So good morning, my YouTubers. Today is the 22nd January, and I found this coming back from work. A total surprise. This black box, very well wrapped black box. And what do I find in here is pretty amazing. It's a new model kit. I do want to point that out. A new model kit that came from China, which they were stating that they were going to get this to me approximately 4 or 5 months, and lo and behold, got this thing ordered probably late December, and here it is almost barely mid-late January 2023. And what do I find? Well, let me show you. Here's what I have inside that big black box. It is a Hobby Boss 1/35th scale German bridge layer. Now this bridge layer is a brand new kit, probably just came out maybe a couple of months ago. I've been interested in a bridge layer, an American one, for several years, I would believe. And as I was researching those AVLBs, armored bridge laying equipment, for a M60 US tank stationed in West Germany at the time, I find out that there's another bridge layer. Well, there was a resin kit from a different company. Person I was looking at, not too descriptive on what was inside the kit. It was a resin accessory kit that had a Leopard 2 tank assembly to this bridge laying equipment that you see here. Now the bridge layer is really involved. It's a really incredible piece of engineering machinery laid upon a chassis of a Leopard 2 tank. Well, I said to myself, this is a really neat kit to get. The M60 bridge layer has its bridge coming up and over vertically and then laying down in a scissors type fashion to make that bridge assembly. This one is horizontal. It's probably one of the newer types of bridge layers that Allied armies are having now, where the bridge comes out, the bottom portion comes out forward. As it comes out forward, that top portion snaps into place by various mechanisms in front and in the back of this bridge laying tank. They snap into position and the whole bridge juts out forward even more, and then the bridge is laid down on the forward arm, which you can barely see in this picture, this beautiful art box. It's laid down by this forward arm and disconnected very neatly, pretty neat ingenuity, and uncouples, and this bridge laying tank rolls right across with the other tanks. As you can see in the box art, you have what looks like a Leopard 2 German tank getting ready to make a crossing, probably providing support for this bridge laying personnel. And it's pretty incredible. I cannot wait to open this box and take a look what's inside. So let's do that. Let's do a real quick review, an open box review. This is my first one I've ever done of this new Hobby Boss German Iguana. That's what they call it. That's the American translation. The actual German translation is a German Leguan. and it's the PSB 2-28. It's related to the bridge lane machine that we have here. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But let's unbox this. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so let's go ahead and start unboxing. Just to let you know, this is my first unboxing, so I'm still working on my videography. As you can see, this is a very, very large kit with this tape measure. I'm going to measure it out in inches, but I will give you the dimensions in metric, because I'm a metric kind of guy, science teacher, former science teacher. So, this kit is 18 by about 11 inches by 4 inches. So just to let you know, 18 by 11 by 4. So let's take a look. I'm going to sit over here to the side and try to show you the best I can what this big kit looks like. So I kind of unboxed it already, but I'll show you what it has. To start off, right off the bat, has this little intro about what contains in the kit. I'll try to give you some snapshots of it at the end of the video session. The intricacies of this kit, as you can see, it has the bridge lane pieces, a decal sheet, a very, very small set of photo etch. I might require that. You might want to get the Leopard 2, I think it's a Leopard 2A4 photo etch. I'll look into it. An extremely detailed rear arm, which kind of looks like a scorpion. I've seen some of these newer AVLBs with this scorpion looking back end. It's really interesting. The forward arm, this plow looking thing, which actually is used to give the tank some leverage as it's moving the bridge layer way out in front. An extended view of that forward arm and some other details along the side. And of course, Hobby Boss likes to promote their newer kits that are coming out. But we're not going to pay attention to that for now. Right below it, at the very, very bottom, is the instruction sheet and the painting guide. Now, the painting guide comes in two sides, single sheet. Okay, shows a modest natal green color scheme, nothing major. It does give you down there at the bottom the different colors that you might need if you want to paint it in a German color scheme, the German natal color scheme. More about that a little bit later, but it does give you, like I said, the information down there. I'll give you a snapshot to show you what it looks like. And at the very, very, very bottom of the kit, it was kind of hard to find it, this instruction sheet, which I'll give you still shots of what this is, but it's quite detailed. There are some parts that are familiar with you tank guys. I haven't built a tank in, again, several years, but I do remember some pieces, parts, the glacis, the roller bars, torsion bars, side skirts, okay? But then it gets into this, yikes, this pretty detailed thing about the bridge lane. Like I said, I'll give you more information about that in the stills. I already removed the plastic from a majority of the sprues. First thing off the bat is the bridge. And wow, it is quite large. Very large bridge piece. Nice looking tooth detailed up here. two parts of that bridge. Obviously part 1 and part 2. These guys were wrapped in bubble wrap, which was kind of interesting. The next layer, the bridge tops, again, two parts. This is where the track vehicles, the armored vehicles, roll across the bridge. Very fine detail. Can kind of feel the roughage of the area where the armored vehicles will actually roll across. A little bit of a texture there. Again, two parts. Next one, again, another set of two parts wrapped in traditional wrap. Looks like the support. There's two of these. The support for the bridge themselves. The braces in between the bridge area. Two parts to that. I'm going to go ahead and move this aside here. Very large kit here. The rear part of the hull, I recognize. The glacis part, it looks like side skirts. Next layer, next tree, individual tree. The upper arm, the forward arm, looks like. I recognize this is the part that goes on top of the hull. It sits on top of the hull where the, I believe what is referred to as the cantilever extends out forward. Next tree looks like the rear arm. I'm not too sure why this is wrapped. I'm not going to unwrap it just yet. I'm going to take a look, peek up. Yep, fine detail. Very small, thin sprues. Power pack. Armitage. This guy right here, again, looks like the top sides of the forward arm. Looks like it could be moved to elevate up and down. We'll look into that. Next layer, roller bars. But these are not just the roller bars for the tank. These are the roller bars. Oops, let me go with that. These are the roller bars for the arm. Again, I'll tell you why. This is the rear arm assembly. Looking at it now. Very detailed. If you see the little tooth area, I'll try to show it to you in still photos of all the trees. Two parts to that one. A couple parts broke off in the bag. That was the only two parts that broke off in this large, well-packaged kit. Again, another two sections. Not too sure what those are. Maybe for the plow. That support at the very front end of the tank to actually comes down, gives the tank some leverage as that whole bridge juts forward all the way across. Pretty incredible. This part I did unpack. It's just the roller wheels, the road wheels of the tank itself. And then over here was this box. I was just thinking it was just a box to keep everything nicely packed, nicely situated. But as I open it up, oh my gosh. Okay, so here's the tank chassis. Sorry about it, I didn't unwrap it, but most of you recognize a leopard chassis. Here it shows the polycap, excuse me, for the road wheels. Rubberized track. Talk about that later. The top hull. Okay, sorry about not unwrapping it. Try to show it to you in still shots. And then, stay there. Side skirts. Strangely, there are two sets. One here doesn't show what looks like the handles on the sides, at the bottoms of the side skirts. So it looks like you have an option of one of two different variants. I can only imagine this is just a periscope's clear plastic. I could barely see the clear plastic myself. Sorry about that, I still have that wrapped. I did unwrap this part. Small decal sheet. German markings. Warning signs. And a very tiny, thin strip photo etch. I probably would try to get another photo etch set for a Leopard tank. So we'll see. That's the unboxing. So last bit of information I want to pass along to you about opening this kit. As I was researching armored vehicle landing bridges, AVLBs, hope I'm not screwing that up for you tanker guys, but I ran across a book regarding those type of vehicles, those type of engineering vehicles. Specifically, this one right here from Tankograd is the Leguan, the Iguana is what they call it in English. And Tankograd came up with this beautiful illustrated book that will help me understand, give some history, excuse me, history behind this vehicle, who built it, what countries were involved. A really great walk around. Painting guides will actually help, because the painting guide on the Hobby Boss kit does not show the top of the hull. Boo, Hobby Guide, Hobby Boss. Okay, but very intricate. There's a picture of the entire 28-meter bridge being extended. This guy right here at the bottom, hopefully the glare doesn't bother you too much. This guy at the bottom is two 14-meter bridges, I believe. Or this is the one that comes with the kit. Really involved, really nicely detailed. If you were going to get this kit, I would definitely recommend that you get this Tankograd. I'll give you more information about that in the description of this video. It does come in German, but it does have complete English text, so don't worry about that. Kind of interesting to know the name of this. And it talks about what it comes up with, that abbreviation of the German Iguana PSB2. Talks about that, what PSB is. It's a German word. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I have some good friends from Germany. Max Leonhoff, I hope you're still here. Foreign exchange student back in 83, 84. But get this book. Get this book. Very great book. Very well photographed. Tankograd, you did a great job on that. Alright, so in conclusion of Hobby Boss's 1/35th scale German Leguan, Iguana in this case, the English translation. It's a very complete kit. I would think that it looks like possibly the prototype version of this tank that they're getting ready to deploy. It's a recent deployment. It's like within the past 5 years they've actually deployed that tank out there onto the field. Very excited to build it. I might even make it a priority to actually start building that tank right now as soon as possible, as soon as I finish with this other build. Again, the Tankograd book, very highly recommended. I'll leave a description where you can find this. Kit runs about close to $80–90 US. The book itself, maybe another 30, but I think both of those well invested. If you're into current tanks, like I kind of started to have, this is a really great kit to accessorize with the M60, M48 AVLB. Not too sure if Tankograd has that one for the M60 Tankograd book by chance, but we'll see. Anyways, I hope you look forward to seeing my build. The last thing I want to mention, as this day is ending, we had a very terrible day here in Southern California. I don't want to get into politics that much. That's not my purpose here. My purpose is to build models. But I just want to send my thoughts and prayers. My heart goes out to people. Those are not the things that we say. We say that all the time. I think now it's time for action, and not violent action. I'm talking about peaceful action that will change things around. I do these videos to gather people with me, enjoy a build. You build with me. Let me see your builds, and that's what I like to see. Us talking together, us communicating, and having a good time. Otherwise, this is Ed Modest talking to you in the flesh. Thank you to Rebecca, who's holding up the video, my daughter there, and see you guys very soon with a new kit. Okay, talk to you guys later.